It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Impactful late spring weather patterns will continue across the southern plains from Oklahoma into Texas, where there's going to be a potential for thunderstorms to produce heavy rains, localized flash flooding, and severe weather. There's also a chance for a tornado or two. A strong frontal boundary will be pushing eastward into the northern to central high plains. This is going to help focus the next round of active weather further to the north as thunderstorms blossom across eastern Montana, eastern Wyoming, and northeastern Colorado, and then push into the northern to central high plains. Record high temperatures are possible across portions of southern and southwestern Florida. Record high temperatures are also possible in portions of southern and coastal Texas. Heat will also be increasing in the interior valleys of California. Closer to home, dry hot weather will continue with not much chance of any rain in sight. Persistent dry west to southwestern flow aloft is the main culprit for this weather. This is going to help keep fire conditions elevated, but fortunately, other than afternoon breezes, there does not appear to be any windy days through the weekend. Temperatures will remain well above normal, and we could see our first triple-digit high temperatures this week, especially for this weekend. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The Blue 2 fire is now burning over 7,000 acres with 0% of it contained. Evacuation orders are in effect for Nogle Canyon Road, Loma Grande Subdivision, Bonito Lake Road, Forest Service Road 108, Forest Service 107, Via Madonna Subdivision, and Forest Road 127, which is also called Upper Eagle Creek. The fire grew from 1,400 acres on Friday to, get this, 7,178 acres by yesterday. On Memorial Day, fire crews completed a line around Via Madonna.
They put dozer line in north of that, northeast of Bonita Lake, up on the ridge line, northeast of there also.
The Village of Verdoso says 11 crews, 23 engines, 4 helicopters, and 2 bulldozers are currently being used. I did speak with Mayor Payne last night about the concerns regarding Bonita Lake.
The concern with Bonita Lake is not the fire itself. It's the monsoon rains that are going to undoubtedly show up in the next 30 days. And with all that sludge and all that debris, that's what happened last time. With those rains, it all ended up in the lake.
Last time this happened, it took 12 years to clean up. The city of Alamogordo reminds all that due to the observance of Memorial Day, Southwest Disposal residential pickup routes have been delayed by 1 day this week, meaning yesterday's routes will be serviced today. The Alamogordo City Commission regular meeting took place last night at 6:30 at City Hall. The big issue? Discussion and provide direction to staff regarding the Rocket City Family Fun Center. If you recall, the company in charge of the facility got the hell out of Dodge without any warning. City Manager Rick Holden made it clear what could and could not be discussed.
We will not have any discussions whatsoever regarding the current state of litigation or of Mr. Chun individually at all. So this is strictly going to be based on some future planning that we need some direction from the commission on, so that hopefully we can start moving to some resolve of that building that we own out there and try to figure out where we're going with it and what's going to happen next.
And then the options were presented.
One was to sell the building outright, be completely out from underneath it. We did get an appraisal. It appraised for more than we owe on it, which is a good thing. So you could sell the building, and we could relieve ourselves of those bonds that we have outstanding, which are about $5.2 million. You could lease the building out to someone else to operate a fun center, if you will, similarly to what was done in the past, but we would have to go to a request for proposals to do that, where we would lay out, with the help of the commission, the guidelines that we wanted to shoot for. We would publish the requests for proposals, receive those, review those, and then ultimately, if the commission chose one of those to look at, we could go into negotiations with them. And thirdly, which is probably not the most ideal option, would be that the city could actually run a facility there if we, you chose for us to do that by creating another department as part of our parks group or whatever.
The final decision was to request an RFP, a request for proposal, to see who is interested and in what capacity. The full video can be seen on the city's YouTube channel. The Tularosa Public Library Summer 2024 reading program is set to take off. I spoke with Linda Vigil.
The theme for the summer program is Adventure Begins at Your Library. It's for ages 6 to 11, and it's from 11 June to 11 July on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Our registration begins on 24 May, but you have to either call the library or come in to see us to register your children. No children by themselves to register. And the goal of the program is to help our children to maintain their current reading level, whatever they've achieved in school. So, the summer slide starts happening.
575-585-2711 or tularosapubliclibrary.org. Kitty City will be at the mall this Saturday along with Animal Control.
Come to the White Sands Mall Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control will have both cats and dogs available for adoption.
Kathy Denton from Kitty City. The Kitty City, New Mexico Facebook page has details. The website has profiles of available cats. Well, today is Wednesday. It's time for This Week at Thrive. We go now to Stephanie Hale.
Hi, this is Stephanie Hale with Thrive in Southern New Mexico. Thrive in Southern New Mexico's annual campaign is about to kick off. Through your help, we raise money for our local nonprofits in both Otero and Lincoln counties. Our nonprofit partner agencies provide many services to further social causes, such as education, health, and welfare to our southern New Mexico citizens. The 2024 Thrive Partner agencies that have been selected are Big Brothers Big Sisters, COPE, Flickinger Center for Performing Arts, Kids Inc. Child Advocacy Center, Otero Arts, Sacramento Mountain Senior Services, Service Heart, the Counseling Center, Tularosa Senior Center, and Zia Therapy Center. Congratulations to all of those agencies. Don't forget that Thrive also hosts many different and exciting events throughout the year. Some of our upcoming events include our annual Stuff the Bus School Supply Drive happening on July 26th. Then on August 3rd, we will be giving away backpacks in Chaparral, New Mexico. And then we have a brand new and exciting community event, the inaugural Corks and Shells Pistachio and Wine Festival. This will be happening on Saturday, October 19th at Alameda Park. You can reach us at 575-437-8400 at 1601 10th Street in Alamogordo, or jump on our website, letsthrivnm.org. That's it for this week. I'm Stephanie Hale with Thrive in Southern New Mexico, and I'll be back next week and every Wednesday right here on Crazy Radio.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Albuquerque departure, Gulf 4. Gulf 4, the F-35 just about runway 21 crash.
A pilot was injured after a military plane crashed and caught fire near the Albuquerque Sunport following a refueling stop at Kirtland Air Force Base yesterday. Albuquerque fire rescue officials say a military plane crashed off the airfield on the south side of the Sunport. Albuquerque Fire and Rescue spokesman Lieutenant Jason Feher spoke with KOB.
The pilot that was located was categorized red, meaning that they required immediate need for transport and treatment of the injury. So that pilot was transported to the hospital.
The plane was a brand new F-35, which belonged to the Marine Corps. The official says the plane was being transferred from the Lockheed factory to be put into service. The plane was flown by a Defense Contract Management Agency pilot at the time of the crash. The pilot was the only person on the plane, and no updates are available on the pilot's condition. A juvenile suspect has been arrested in a suspected road rage shooting that turned fatal. That happened at the Gadsden High School parking lot on Friday. Witnesses were able to identify the alleged suspect by name and that led to his arrest in the town of Anthony later that same day. Donna Ana County Sheriff officials say a suspect has been detained for questioning, but did not say if the person was considered a suspect or if that individual will be charged. The victim has been identified as 66-year-old Jaime Bonilla Castaneda of Chamberino. The juvenile has been detained on charges of evidence tampering and first-degree murder, all over a road rage situation. Goodness. No students were on campus when the shooting occurred because the school year ended on Thursday. This past weekend, the Chaves County Sheriff's Office were looking for reckless drivers. In one case, a truck tried to get away from deputies but ended up spinning out of control and crashing through a cinder block wall. That driver did come out uninjured. Under Sheriff Charles Eastless with the Chaves County Sheriff's Office says there's been an influx of reckless driving in Roswell.
In Roswell specifically, we've seen a real influx in the driving, the erratic driving, the racing.
Eastless speaking with KOB.
These are the types of things that we're seeing. These are the types of things that we are out trying to prevent. Again, it's not about catching them, it's about preventing them.
It's also peeling out, doing donuts, and showing off engine power. That in addition to reckless driving.
We've made it very clear that if we catch you, we will arrest you and we will tow your vehicle. And before you're done, it'll cost you some money and some time. And if that's what it takes to save your life or the life of another, then so be it.
A reckless driving conviction could mean a week in jail and 6 of the 12 points of violations it takes to suspend your license. Deputies will also arrest juveniles, but release them to their parents. Meanwhile, Alamogordo PD has proudly proclaimed that they are looking for seatbelt violations. Wouldn't it be nice if they were looking for reckless drivers and racers around here? I'm just saying. A man climbed up a Transformer statue of Bumblebee in downtown Albuquerque, and then he got naked.
I looked at the video footage. It turns out that he walked over to the Transformer fully clothed, and didn't start disrobing until he was up on top.
Albuquerque community safety officers helped Hector Malero down, but then police had to get involved when he did the same thing a few hours later. That time, Malero was arrested for indecent exposure. The other issue is the fact that had he fallen, that would have been a 20-foot drop.
The next thing that needs to be done is putting a sign on each Transformer, noting that they are not to be climbed or, even touched. For that matter, because, there are some concerns.
That was Esteban Duran, a SunWest Silver Company employee. That's the company that owns the statues. Malero is expected to make his first court appearance today. Weather's coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, Sunny Harris with Animal Village NM. We all know that most pets are terrified during evacuations, so please keep your pets safe inside your home so they don't escape. Don't let your dog or cat be one of millions who will escape in fear and end up dead or in animal control facilities during fire season, which will quickly overflow and start euthanizing to make space. Contact your city administration office in advance in case you have to be evacuated. Find out who's taking in families with their pets during fires. Prepare your vehicle with room for your cat and dog crates. Have your blankets, water, food for you and your pets packed, and clothing packed and ready. Have your pet crates ready by the door, and give your pets CBD or other calming medications ahead of time to make it easy to load them and evacuate with them immediately. This is an emergency message from Animal Village NM.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 93, low tonight of 61, high tomorrow, 93 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies, winds gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 21. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 72, low tonight of 46, high tomorrow, 71 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.